What's good?
Yo, what's up, everyone?
What up? Whoa.
That's good.
Welcome back.
Whoa.
Movies and Beyond with my amazing host, David,
Me.
Donovan, Will, and then, of course, the returning Zane.
What's good?
Yeah.
I'm back.
What?
You weren't in the
Bro.
theme song. You don't matter.
Oh. Oh.
All
That's
right,
okay.
so let's get right to it. Things
we
we watch.
Mm.
I have watched The Walking Dead. I'm on season 8, but I decided to stop watching at some point because I'm like, I need to get back to actual content. So I'm gonna put that on hold for a while so I can watch movies and shows and whatnot.
So that's why we don't see any amazing videos you make.
Yeah, that's true. That's also why you haven't seen a video of what I watched this month.
Mm.
Because of that. So, yep.
Got some recapping to do.
Got some recaps. Yep. We'll get to it in a bit, but I see Madam Web. That's all I'll say.
So how do we want to go like in a zigzag or what?
We can go in this zigzag.
Mr. Pooh, what have you seen?
So yesterday I went and saw Dune 2. Pleasantly surprised. I was expecting it to be subpar. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting it to not deliver, but it did. It's better than the first one, in my opinion. Casting again was great. Costume design was great. Plot was great. My only issue with Dune 2 is that the pacing was painfully slow. It didn't feel like 2 hours and 45 minutes. It felt like 5 hours and 45 minutes. I almost fell asleep watching the movie just because of how slow paced it was. But it was like a great movie. I love it. I think it's better than the first one, considering that the first one is also great. But yeah, so Dune 2. It's a great movie. I recommend watching it, but it does feel tremendously, horrifically long. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so Dune 2.
Yeah.
Oh god, what else have I seen? This has to be strictly 2024 or just the last few months?
Oh, like anytime. Anything you've
Yeah,
watched.
just anything you've watched recently.
Okay, so
Make it quick. I'm joking.
Yeah. All right, so Dune 2, Beekeeper.
I've heard that was good.
Yeah, Beekeeper. Watch Beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
Beekeeper was
Keeper
amazing.
for keeping the
Beekeeper.
bees.
I love Beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
Yep, Beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
I can't think of recent movies that have come
Beekeeper.
out. I need to actually look up recent movies that have come out because I don't remember anything.
That's okay.
I recently watched The Black Phone for the first time. That was good too. The Black Phone was good. It was okay. It wasn't great or anything, but it was good. I think in terms of recent movies for the first time, I think that's about it. Dune 2, Beekeeper, and Black Phone, all three good movies. Watch them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ender Peak.
Oh, me.
Have you seen anything recent?
Yeah. Have you guys ever watched that show Monk? It's about this detective guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monk
Well,
is-
they did a movie for it. I think back in December, and I watched that, and it had been a while since I saw the original show, but it was a pretty nice movie. It didn't really I didn't think it was a bad end to the show, or a bad coming back to it. It was pretty good. pace to pick up. Like I liked how they did a big time skip. It was like it's been like 10 years since the show originally came out, and they
Mhm.
did a skip to like present day. So it was good. It was a pretty good movie. Pretty good, pretty solid. Other than that, uh, I watched Despicable Me 1 and 2 again, but uh, fourth movie is gonna come out, and
Mm.
you know, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
Uh, Donovan. I guess I'll go. Um, well, I finally finished Invincible season 2, part 1. So there's that. I liked it quite a bit. I'm just eagerly awaiting for part 2 of season 2. Um, as far as movies, I have watched 2 movies that I have not seen before. First one being Dread, from Judge Dredd, 2012 with Carl Urban. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was a very simple story. There's not a lot of character development, really. Like there are some moments of development, but it's not a deep story. Like it's an easy to swallow action movie, and Carl Urban does a fantastic job as Dredd. All the more reason for me to think that he would be a great Batman. Like just him covering his face and the voice, it's great. And yeah, I definitely recommend that movie. It's a little gory, little
Like like
R-rated.
like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being
The
uh
perfect.
no, like in terms of goriness, like
Oh,
10 being like Terrifier 2.
I want to be like I want to say like 7, maybe.
Okay. So it's not horrifically gory, but it's pretty gory.
Yeah, like
Right.
fun gory.
Fun
And that's
gory.
not what I meant. I just mean like, yeah. Yeah. But like as far as the movie itself, I'd give it a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10. It's good. Second movie I watched was Dune 2. I agree with Zaneypoo. It was a little long for me, a little boring sometimes, but it was very good. It was a very good movie, and the box office is going crazy right now, I think. And this is second day. Well, technically third day. It's out. I saw this Thursday night. So, but yeah, no, it was really cool. The story was. I was more engaged in the story for this one. The first one, the first Dune movie was a little boring in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything that happens. So, but this one, well, I mean, it makes sense because it's like the introduction to everything, like explaining stuff. And then you actually, in this second one, you actually dive deep into the main stuff in the story. You get to explore stuff with these characters, and Timothy Chalamet does a great job. He's actually kind of badass in this movie. I never thought he would be, but what'd you say?
Who does Timothy play?
The Paul Atreides.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, dude. I'm joking. It's he was cool. Everyone did a great job. Even Austin Butler. I was excited to see Austin Butler show up.
Yeah.
I was
Great
surprised.
cast in this movie.
Mm-hmm. But by far my favorite thing about the movie is the cinematography. Greg Fraser is just a fantastic. Greg Fraser is my favorite cinematographer of all time. Right now, anyway. Bill Pup's up there too. Visually, it's like visual effects are great. And the music is fantastic. The music is so good, and it really helped. Like in the theater to watch it. Like that's how you should experience it. On DVD, I think it'd be good too, but it left an impact on me because of how just the theater itself, it just really helps, enhances
Dude,
it.
when I went to watch Dune 2, it was like completely packed. Like I had people pushing my seat forward and stuff. I was like about to turn around and slap him in the face. I was so
Same.
mad. I had like these full grown adults like putting their feet on my chair. And I was like, oh my god.
That's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd give
Should've
Dune
broke a
Part.
too.
I'd give Dune Part 2 an 8, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's all I've watched. I was trying to watch Whiplash before this episode, but I couldn't. But yeah. Donovan, what did you watch?
Well, I kind of watched a little bit of something, and I kind of played something new. Like, well, not necessarily new. The game is old, but it's still, in my opinion, one of the greatest video games of all time. Before I go on to what I watched, you know what? Instead, just to get it out of the way, I watched a little bit of Daredevil. I instead of just starting right back at season 2, I decided to go back a little bit from the beginning, at least, because I did forget a lot of stuff that happened,
Yeah.
and I just didn't want to just jump into season 2, trying to remember everything that I could from like years ago, and it just wouldn't work that way. But so I decided to rewatch Daredevil again. Still good as I remember. And the video game that I remember playing, this game came out in 2011, I think. I don't know if you can see it. Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout.
Alright.
Yeah.
Best,
The
one of
classic.
the best entries, not only into the video, and not only in the Fallout franchise, but in video gaming as a whole. Like it is really that good as people say it is.
Mhm.
And I've been playing the heck out of it for like the past 3 days.
Nice.
But other than that, that's all I did.
Very nice.
All right. Well, in terms of news, I don't know if we have any. I don't know if we have anything because I turned it on to topics. So
I have one
Oh.
or maybe two. Actually, I have two.
okay. All right.
From
we can-
it's not that much from Andy Box Facts. This posts. So this has to do with Warner Brothers and Disney. The first one being I sent this on Discord, but so it says Warner Brothers calls themselves the only pure storytelling company in the movie industry.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Okay, tell me about
Okay.
Batman versus Superman. Then tell me
Yeah,
about
tell me about the whole MCU. I mean DCEU. I mean,
No, exactly. Only pure storytelling. Give me a break. You're canceling a whole universe now because of how crappy it is. Like, what are you talking about? What
the
does
video
that
game I
mean?
just showed had a better story than everything Warner Bros. Has made up into this date.
What does only pure storytelling mean? Like, is it like help me out here? The- like the storytelling is perfect in every movie, or like just
I don't know.
is it like solely like focused on storytelling, like their mindset, or what?
That's what it sounds like to me. Because to me, it sounds like, oh, let's say they make a movie, might have some action into it, but they're more focused on storytelling rather than just having complete action. If
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
I don't know.
Some movies, yeah, but was Blade Runner a Warner Brothers thing, or is that something else?
I don't know.
Let me see.
I know it was by Ridley Scott, but I don't.
Warner Brothers, yeah.
Which one or two?
The second one, 2049. 2049
okay.
was, and yeah, both of them were. Okay, so you got some of that.
Okay,
It
Warner
makes
Bros.
you-
You had 2 good movies. That's it.
I mean, it makes you think. It makes you think about stuff. I will say, the Blade Runners do. You do have the Batman. That was good.
Yeah.
We're trying to find good stuff that we can remember. Okay, that we're not.
I can't help it.
I guess I don't know. That's just their heads up their own butt. Like they're just like I don't know why they said this. It's not very like Disney wouldn't even say anything like this. They're just like the only thing they would say above that was like, we don't push an agenda. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. They said that as like we're not into politics, but this Warner Brothers is just like we are so great. Like okay, like they outright state it, and it's kind of funny to watch them fall.
Yeah. Reminds me of that meme. Have you ever seen that meme? It's like Obama, he's like putting the medal on himself. Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you trying
Yeah.
to merge with another company then?
Yeah.
Like what are you talking to
They
do?
are?
Yeah, I've heard.
Wait, what
talks
company
like-
they're trying to merge with?
I've heard Paramount. I've heard either Paramount or something else. I think they're still looking, but Paramount's on the, up in the air.
What does Paramount even have now? Like Sonic and
Sonic,
like Nickelodeon.
Scream.
Scream, Top Gun. What else did I got? Transformers.
Yeah, I guess it's
That's very pure storytelling there. Yeah, no, you suck, Warner Brothers. Be humble.
yeah.
Sit down.
Be humble.
humble.
Sit down.
Be humble. Sit down.
Be humble. Speaking of
I'm at my
Disney,
syrup sandwiches and crumb allowances.
yeah,
He's nay.
Did the Lamar really Kendrick?
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
Whose Discord notifications am I hearing?
Your servers, I guess.
I keep hearing Discord notifications, so I'm not getting notifications.
I'm gonna quit my Discord so I don't hear anything. There we go. But the second area of news, speaking of Disney, this says David Greenbaum, the new head of Disney's live action division, reportedly said in meetings with Bob Iger and Alec Bergman that his thinking when making a movie was, does this movie need to exist?
That is so
That,
real.
that could be equivalent to every Disney live action remake.
Mm-hmm.
Does this need to exist?
Well,
Or Toy Story 5.
what'd you say,
Or
Donovan?
Toy Story. Yeah.
I was saying that could be set for a lot of projects for Disney, not just Disney originals. Disney originals, Star Wars, Marvel, anything they got under their belt. Does
Yeah.
this really need to exist?
Yeah, but this is definitely up there. Like live action is the number one thing we ask, though, of live action remakes of stuff. So, well, he said live action division. He didn't say live action remakes division. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I assume they're talking about the remakes because they are showing like the images of the remakes and stuff they're doing. Lilo and Stitch, Snow White. No, they don't. To answer your question, sir, take it from us fans, us normal folk, common folk. It's
Simpletons.
it's us simpletons,
Casual scrub.
casuals.
Yeah.
Our everyday Tad or
Mhm.
Chad.
Had.
Chad.
Lad.
My opinions are so base.
Take us from us based folk. All right.
Yes, we are based.
What I'm trying to say, take it from us. We don't want it. Like, no. It really, I wanted to say that it was like, the remakes that they're doing, the children that grew up with the original animated stuff are now old. And who are you appealing this to? The little kids who...
Oh, you know, I just realized?
What?
I just found this out. I didn't know Kevin Conroy was gay.
Yes. Anyway,
He was gay.
But these remakes, like, these people are adults now, and I don't think they care anymore. If they do, they got a problem. I don't know, but like, it's like not really a problem. Just like shilling it up. I will say that's what I mean to say. Trying to be shills for Disney and stuff, and trying to defend them because we need to protect Disney. But the people that are just like normal people, they're not going to care. They got bills to pay. They got family to feed.
They got better priorities.
Yeah.
They got more priorities to worry about than a stupid movie.
True.
Yeah. They got better things to watch.
don't call it
Anyways, even if they do.
Movies is life.
Life is Roblox.
Okay.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
The ball is life, bro. I mean, it's not even the remakes that's the problem. I mean, you could make a good remake, but it's what they're pushing. Okay, some remakes suck, even if they're not woke. Except for, okay, Cinderella, the live action Cinderella was actually pretty solid. I'm not gay. No, I'm joking. And the Jungle Book was okay.
Wait, which one?
This 2016 one.
Oh.
I don't remember anything, so I can't say. But
didn't they like have like a post-credit scene in the last one that like hinted at like another one? Could have sworn they had like a.
I don't know.
Next level. I could have sworn in the next level they had like a. Let me look up Jumanji film series. I can actually look at this. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun to get. Sorry, that's something. All right. Okay. So, yeah. So there's a post credits. I'm pretty sure, and Jumanji: The Next Level, where, they hinted at another movie. I think.
In Jumanji?
Yeah, in the last Jumanji movie, I could have sworn they like.
And not in Jungle Book.
No, in Jumanji, in the last Jumanji, I could have sworn there was a post-credit scene where it was like a hint to them making a fourth movie. Maybe I'm just bugging. But
No, there was an after-credit scene for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So when's that happening? When's Jumanji 4 happening?
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened just because gotta make another sequel, you know?
Yes.
And
that's what
happened. That sweet cha-ching chang.
What'd you say, Doc?
Indiana Jones.
I said you gotta have The Rock and Kevin Hart on a movie together somehow.
Yeah.
Don't.
Why not just put The Rock and Captain Underpants too?
I don't want that.
Can we just make
him
Captain America?
Yeah.
No, at least John Cena, because he looks like an old like the old style Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but been patriotic.
Why can't I see Captain America? Where is he?
But say like Indiana Jones too, like That is, I mean, everything. What?
I said, Star Wars.
Marvel. Everything just sucks now from Disney. So none of it needs to exist. Anything on Disney Plus doesn't need to exist. You could easily wipe everything from Disney Plus off.
No, Mandalorian has to stay.
I don't care. Even the Mandalorian. Okay.
No, wait a minute.
Like the
There's
only
some
thing-
90s Marvel cartoons that need to stay.
What Marvel cartoons?
Spider-Man the animated series, the original.
Well, no,
X-Men.
because you can just watch that anywhere else. At least it would still exist. I'm talking about everything else that Disney Plus has made themselves. You can erase it. Like
How dare
Disney
you
Plus
try to erase
originals.
Punisher and Daredevil because
They're not
also
Disney
on
Plus originals. They are Netflix.
Yeah, but
things.
they're still on Disney Plus.
I don't care.
They're not on
You can
Netflix.
watch them anywhere else. Put them back on Netflix.
Yeah.
You could have kept them on Netflix. You could have erased Disney Plus, and you could have just.
Breathe, David.
You could have had midnight.
No, we need Mandalorian to stay. Mandalorian.
No,
Yes.
you can make Mandalorian something else.
No, we need to keep.
No.
We can keep Mandalorian. Bro.
No,
I don't care. Like keep
No.
Mandalorian. Mandalorian is amazing. Keep it.
Mm-mm. No,
Mandalorian.
no. You could have Netflix and Star Wars make a deal. You could have Marvel and Netflix stay together. You can have the Midnight Suns thing that you wanted with Netflix. You could have had Moon Knight show up on Netflix, an actual good adaptation of Moon Knight, to where he wasn't stupid and cringy and lame in Disney Plus.
And he didn't have terrible CGI.
Yes. And you wouldn't waste Oscar Isaac. My gosh.
David, you need this type of aggression on the rant room. Seriously.
People don't know about that yet. We probably shouldn't spoil it too much. Disney Plus, no. Mandalorian, figure it out. Make a Boba Fett show instead. Because that's what people were expecting. That's what people wanted.
Boba
Didn't
Fett.
they make a Boba Fett show?
Yes.
Yeah, because it sucked. It sucked.
Awful. Boring. Waste of my time.
If I can chime in here for a bit, the first Star Wars movie that they announced is one with Grogu and the Mandalorian called The Mandalorian and Grogu.
No.
I think that's a stupid title.
They're just cashing off of the Mandalorian success by making it a movie.
Yeah.
They need to keep it as a TV show.
I feel like
swear
they're
to God,
also
if I see
cashing
a
up on
Mandalorian
Grogu
movie,
because
I'm
it's
going to
Baby
off
Yoda.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great Grogu.
all the merchandise.
Who expected Grogu to be there for a Mandalorian show? I thought it was going
Just
to
for
be
product placement because that's the sole reason why they had him.
It's like when you have a Batman show and put in a baby Flash or something.
I thought it was
I don't- that's like-
Mandalorian,
it's
not
kind of-
Grogu.
What?
I thought it was the Mandalorian TV show, not the Grogu TV show.
Yeah. It's like, why? It's for the people that are like, oh, you're so cute.
And see the
Yoda,
thing.
for the people who still call him Baby Yoda, you should jump like out your window.
Oh yeah. And
Through the window.
I want to mention here too, is that I was about to say Grogu. The Mandalorian season 1 was very good. Season 2 was very good too. The ending was so emotional, and they left on a good note. But here we are in season 3 with Grogu suddenly back. I know how he returned in the Book of Boba Fett. No one's watching that. I didn't watch it. I just saw 2 episodes and turned that crap off. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna see you massacre my boy.
Look how they massacred
Look how they
my boy.
massacred my boy.
At least have Mandalorian somewhere else and not a Disney Plus original. Mandalorian was like the only thing that I will accept. But everything else, you could pretend that it never happened. And our lives would have been better for it. Everyone's lives.
Okay, well, the question is, how do you ignore it?
You can't now. I just want to go back in time to where it
Exactly.
never existed. and where
Oh, wait a minute.
Mandalorian wasn't on Disney Plus.
Wait a minute. Which one are we talking about? We're talking about just the Mandalorian, or we're talking about the Star Wars shows in general?
We're talking about like anything Disney Plus has made
Okay,
themselves.
you know what we need to do? We need to make.
Oh
like,
wow,
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find like a
that's annoying.
find like a rage room, you know, where they let you destroy everything. But I'm gonna just like put like Ray's face over everything. I'm gonna put Ray's face over everything. I'm gonna
That's
put
beautiful.
Zack Snyder's face over
Ray
everything.
Skywalker.
Yeah. Nah,
Ray Palpatine, shut up.
No, don't you dare! Don't
Ray
you dare
Palpatine.
say that.
I'm sorry. I'm not the one that wrote the script for it.
Well, don't say it.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
In conclusion, no one cares about Disney Plus remakes
For
or just Disney remakes.
R.I.P.
Disney remakes in general.
No one
R.I.P.
cares about
people?
Disney.
R.I.P. prequels.
What'd you say, Donovan?
I said no one cares about Disney in general.
I swear, Donovan. I feel like your camera like goes black and white sometimes. Like there's times where it's just,
That's because my TV. It's
Oh,
my
yeah.
TV on. That's
I was like, what is it? I don't know what's going on
Oh, okay.
with this camera.
Yeah,
my
that's
light
that
is-
too.
I got poor lighting.
Don't say he's going black and white. He's mixed, okay? That's how you say it.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Just say it for what it is, dude.
Well, I mean, bro, speaking facts, but dang, David.
Dang.
I'm speaking facts. I'm not being anything.
Ho ho.
Don't call me that.
Merry Christmas.
Final Larson. Ho.
All right, so moving on to the first topic today.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Captain
I
Marvel.
was going up. Who said Captain Marvel?
I did. I said Captain Marvel. Ho.
Oh, don't mention Captain Marvel.
Okay. I didn't know that sensitive.
Oh.
Anyway, so A24, they released a trailer for I Saw the TV Girl. Now I don't know what this is.
I saw the TV. What the?
Yeah. I don't know what this trailer is, but we're gonna.
Rotten Tomatoes 91 on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow.
We're gonna. David, if you can put up your screen, so we can watch it and talk about it.
Did you see
I
the
love
trailer?
how the first picture I see.
I did not see the trailer. I just saw a picture of it.
I love the first picture I see of the movie is a guy with short blonde dyed hair and a rainbow overalls with no shirt. It's
A24, so is it appropriate or no? Hang on.
It should be. I haven't seen the trailer.
I'm gonna just skim through it real quick.
Yeah. Skim through it just in case.
Wait, what is
What is
A24 mean? What?
I don't know. That's an interesting question.
What is A24?
Are you asking what is A24? What does
Yeah,
A24
what
stand
is
for?
A24?
They're the movie studio that's like makes bold movies.
Bold.
Yeah, they make very bold movies. Movies like Hereditary, Midsommar, That Unclaw, Boys Afraid.
Oh, okay.
Good Time, The Lighthouse.
Good Time, Lighthouse. My bad. Tusk.
I think it's good, but hopefully it doesn't
Okay.
have any cussing in it.
What if it has the part from Deadpool 3's trailer?
That's fine.
And-
Oh! I still rewatch that part to this day. Anyway,
Honest reaction to this info.
all right. I saw
finally face reveal.
the TV glow.
Hey guys.
Let's do it.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Here's my face reveal.
I know this might sound crazy. I don't want to alarm you.
Okay.
Do you remember a TV show we used to watch together? It was called The
But-
Pinko Pig? Yeah. Do you watch? Each episode, they help each other fight a new monster from across the county. But it's way too scary for those kids.
We're gonna defeat him this time. We're gonna need to harness the full potential of our shared powers.
Sometimes the Pinko Pig feels more real than real life.
Maddie, it was a TV show.
Are you sure that's all it was? I like girls, you know that, right?
Totally, that's fine.
What about you? Do you like girls?
I think that I like TV shows.
It's our destiny.
How can I have a destiny?
Something's wrong. This isn't how life is supposed to feel. Tell me you know it's true.
Maddie, it's just the suburbs.
Seems like you're always somewhere else lately.
Maddie disappeared without a trace. All they found was her TV set burning in the backyard. I told myself I made the right choice. What if I really was someone else? Very far away on the other side of a television screen.
Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. I feel like
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
Wait, when does it come out?
I didn't.
For some
That's
reason, I'm
interesting.
getting vibes of a TV show called Channel Zero from that.
What's in the zero?
It was this old horror show, which was I don't know if you ever heard of this, called Creepypastas. And it
Oh,
was
yeah, I heard
based
of it.
off,
Yeah.
like internet horror stories. And the first season was based off of a pasta called Candle Cove, which was a group of people they believed was a TV show they were watching as kids, when in reality, it was never a real TV show. They were just staring at static the whole time. For some reason, it's kind of giving me that premise, but mixed with Euphoria. It's like a mix between both.
I was gonna say that reminds me of Euphoria. Lighting anywhere, the coloring I like a lot. It's very
Yeah,
vibrant
that's cool.
colors. I like vibrant colors with a black atmosphere. So like Daredevil is a great example of this too. Like the hallway fight scene in season 1, everything is green and black, and then sometimes
Yeah.
it'll be red and black,
Yeah, it
yellow and
always
black.
looks
It's
good, too.
awesome. It's awesome.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm not gonna watch it, but
Not me neither.
yeah, it's neat-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's certainly a TV show.
I think it's a movie, but
It's certainly something.
it's something.
Something.
Trailer experience, I give it a 5 out of 10. I don't have any opinions on it. That guy who plays I can't. There we go. That guy.
Justice Smith.
Yeah.
He was in Detective Pikachu and Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom and Dominion.
Nice.
Yeah. So, guys, keep in mind that the movie A24's I saw the TV Girl is gonna come out in theaters on May 3rd, 2024. All right. So the next topic is music talk.
We're gonna talk about movies. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Movie talk.
Way.
Movie talk. Sounds familiar.
Movie talk will.
discussing.
Movie talk will return.
Yes.
Our post-credit scene at the end of the
That.
podcast, movie talk shows up.
Yeah. Mhm.
That would be funny.
It's gonna have a second.
Wait, so what are we talking about now?
Yeah, the second post credit. The Smoky
Yeah.
podcast will return.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That
oh
would be
yeah. Second
epic.
post credit. A second post credit scene.
Mhm.
No.
Music, yeah.
Music.
Like, what are we gonna say? Like our favorite genres or our favorite artists? Like,
Everything.
Um.
Everything. Music.
Well, I mean, not really everything. We're just gonna talk about that, like how modern day music is not the same as the old days.
that could be a long discussion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little part of this. How about we start off with everyone listing their favorite artist at the moment, right now.
That'd be good. What is my favorite
Yeah.
artist at the moment?
Okay. Let's start with Ty.
Yeah, that's it. My favorite artist at the moment. Oh, I gotta say Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
I can't blame you. Taylor Swift is pretty good.
Yeah, she is.
I'm not a Swiftie. I'm just saying.
I'm not a Swift
Hey,
either, but
I haven't
I
ever
could be.
really listened to her.
I'm kidding.
Time to get Swifty in here.
Yay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. How about you, Zane?
My favorite artist at the moment. Honestly, like at the moment, it's Issei Mando, but of all time, it's YNW Melly. But at the moment, Issei Mando, yeah,
Nice.
it's like Mexican gangbang music. It's pretty fire. Not gonna lie. It's like, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
No, I'm joking.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So,
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Hello.
I'm wearing headphones and I'm like, I can hear it right now.
Sorry.
Thank you, David, for that.
You're welcome.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
David, I'm gonna tell me your answer.
My what?
I'm gonna your answer.
My answer?
Yeah.
I thought we were going in a line.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're forgetting creepy anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta be honest. I really don't know much about musical artists and crud. I kind of just find music on the internet that sounds cool, and I put it on a Spotify playlist.
All right.
When it comes to, I listen to some of the Linkin Park,
Really?
the rock stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I lost in like Evanescence, and that's pretty cool. Like I like that.
Wake me
I also
up.
like, of course, yeah, that. But I also, of course, like a lot of music from video games I play. But I don't know if that counts. Like
I mean,
one of my
sure.
personal favorite. One of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time is the Japanese soundtrack from Sonic CD, because that game has like two soundtracks for some reason. The American
Nice.
soundtrack's kind of it's okay, but the
Batman
Japan
Arkham-
one's
The Batman
superior.
Arkham City soundtrack be going hard. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, I don't know that, but I'm sure it's pretty good. But yeah, that is a really good soundtrack, the Sonic CD one. But
Nice.
yeah, that's all I know about that. What about you, David?
Me.
Hold
Wait,
on, let me guess. I'm gonna take a good look at you. Hold up. I'm just gonna guess. Hold
Imagine Dragons.
on.
You look like that kind of guy.
Okay.
I don't like Imagine Dragons at all. Not anymore. They're so
It's like-
overrated now.
It's gonna be something like It's gonna be like either classic rock or NF. I can't tell.
You're
NF.
close. You're the first was closer.
I'm guessing like
You have 3 guesses as to which rock-ish band.
you look like a no. I'm guessing White Zombie.
I don't know who that is.
It's Rob Zombie's band.
I
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Metallica, but
I like Master of Puppets, but that's it. I don't know any other major songs. With
Pantera.
No.
No. Okay, never mind.
Sleep Token.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, I really like Sleep Token. They're very good. Today, anyway. I like Skillet. I love Skillet. Classic band. Breaking Benjamin, Starset, 3 Days Grace. All kinds of modern-ish rock bands, but Sleep Token's really hit the brain spot.
Yeah.
Entered my brain holes and stayed there.
Ain't the stadium.
But other than that, it really varies on my mood. Like I'll listen to Mick Gordon, who did the Doom Eternal soundtrack.
Oh, I love Doom Eternal.
Oh yeah,
it goes hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they fear is you. Oh my god.
Oh, that's so good. I personally like Cultist Bass. That's probably my favorite.
What's your opinion on Slipknot?
I've heard a little bit of Slipknot, but I'm not I don't know anything about him.
What about Lil Peep?
No. It really varies on my mood though. Like sometimes I'll listen to dubstep, like metal step more specifically, and then the next I'll listen to "Falling for You" from Teen Beach Movie. Like it really depends.
Yeah. Oh, I also remember you like Nickelback.
I do like Nickelback a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
This photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh. I did like "Better in Stereo" by Dove Cameron for the Liv and Maddie show. It was not the theme song version; it was the other version, like the good one. Classical music sometimes. Like I like the Four Seasons by Vivaldi. Is it Vivaldi?
I was expecting you to say like Pavarotti or something else.
Okay. I like the Homelander theme on the violin.
That's good music.
To like the Darth Maul theme song from
it's good, but no, I don't.
I am.
I should like randomly listen to that. I'd be like in my room and I would like. Okay, let me just rephrase this. When I was like 10, okay, I'd be like in my room, like with my like toy lightsaber. And I'd have that playing.
You play the song and just fight lightsaber.
I like swing it on beat to the.
Legend.
Yes.
That was
the lore.
The lore of Zaneypoo. It's vast, untouched by man.
All right. So we're gonna.
Well, Donovan, what kind of music do you?
What you used to do?
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't realize that Donovan didn't go yet.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of music and speaking of video games, one of the best video games they have the classic soundtrack. But no, all jokes aside, though, Fallout does give off some really good classical music that I do enjoy. Like Big Iron is another one. Johnny Guitar.
What about Big Iron? What about Big Iron by Marty Robbins or the Johnny Cash version?
That's the same one.
That's the same one.
Marty Robbins.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love that song. I like that song. Okay.
Yeah, they get a lot of like old school 19 like 30s, 40s, 50s type of music.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was okay. Okay. I do like 50s music is good.
I got
Valid.
some of my favorite artists, at least at the moment, would be I'm a huge rap fan, specifically 90s or 2000s rap. So I got to go with Tupac, Tupac Shakur.
Whoa, okay. Respect.
And I told David this, but I got a friend who makes music. His name is 93 Feet of Smoke. He's makes hyperpop type music. Yes, he is, and I listen to his music sometimes too. But kind of like David, whenever I'm in the mood just to listen to something.
He actually has. Hold up. He actually has lots of listeners. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he got 21,000 subs on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So wait, 150K monthly listeners on Spotify.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me and him are
I gotta listen to this later. Hold on. I gotta listen to that later.
I think my favorite song by him would be Conversations. Because I like the what was it? Punk rock or I like punk rock stuff. Not exactly. Is it? Is hyperpunk like punk rock in a way, or is it just kind of?
I don't know. I'm kind of foreign to the hyperpop thing, so I can't really tell you.
Same.
But it's supposed to be an electric kind of like feel good type music. I guess.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
And like lastly, there's one band. They're a real life band, but they also played in another video game, Cyberpunk 2077. Their real name is Refuse, but they go by the in-game name of Samurai. Their music in-game is freaking phenomenal, and I love it. It's like you can binge watch off of the few songs that they only have, though.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's basically it.
As far as film composers, though, like I'll listen to some film composers sometimes. Hans Zimmer is definitely up there for me. I think.
Oh, Hans Zimmer. Is it Hans or Hans?
I want to say Hans, but
yeah, some films have really good soundtracks, like Lord of the Rings, of course.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's
who is the guy
very
who
iconic
made,
tracks.
What's the name of the dude from Wakanda Forever? Ludwig Göransson?
Ludwig Göransson or something like that. He's good.
I like his music too. Bear McCready, the dude who made the God of War soundtrack. Now that is a good one.
Do they have like the Viking style of music or something, or is it kind of like
it is kind of Norse like. It is kind of Nordic.
I love that. Like, oh yeah.
Now, if you would look,
Where's the trigger?
If you want to hear a good Viking soundtrack, listen to the Valhalla soundtrack by Wardruna, which is an actual Scandinavian band. They're good too.
Ooh.
How do you spell that? Wardruna?
Yeah, Druna.
And that's Havigan. What's the name of Valhalla?
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie Van
Halen.
Mordu. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? I'll do one. I like Scottish stuff.
Well, yeah,
not
pretty good.
Not music. I do like the Scottish music, but just like the old stuff.
The vibe.
God, that's
like the Scottish vibe, you know.
Yeah. The Scottish vibe.
Scottish
vibe.
Scottish
vibe in here.
Go away now.
Vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Are you freaking stupid, mate? That's British, but I don't care.
Oi there, might put rude to put that knife in me chest in it.
Hey, you wankers.
That's not what don't say that. That's not what, that's a bad meaning. Bad Zaneypoo. Bad.
Are you
go to the
corner, mate?
Go to the corner.
No.
Go to the corner.
You're gonna sit with the duck up above.
Think about what you've done.
Oi, bruv.
Oi, bruv.
Oh, bro,
Poor, bruv.
what do you think you're doing,
Would
bro? I was gonna say wanker again. You clanker.
What you think you're doing?
You bloody clank.
Bloody hell.
Bloody clanker. What do you think you're doing?
Are the
I'm the
clanks
doctor.
British?
I don't know.
Because they kind of sound British to me.
Oh hell, mate. I think I'm like 30% British. And I'm like not Australian at all. I'm mostly Scottish. I'm mostly Scottish and Irish.
I think I'm mostly like Russian or something.
I'm like Scottish.
Russian.
I'm like Scottish,
Something like that.
Irish.
Oh wait, what German or Russian? I can't remember.
Scottish, Irish,
I don't
a
know.
little bit of Icelandic, tiniest little weeniest bit of like native from my mom's side. Like
That's
Yeah.
cool. I wasn't laughing
you
at you. I'm sorry. What?
I said,
Huh?
what's your problem?
All right. On to the next topic.
That laugh, though.
I don't get it. Okay.
We just went.
Wait, what do you think you're doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Clank, get up.
Trailers
Alright,
revealing movies.
Yes, they do.
Well,
Oh, hold on.
well, this is something I thought would be interesting. Since we're talking about movies, we might as well talk about.
Yes. Your answer, yes.
Because there's been another movie trying to name, and when it comes to the actual movies, it's like you've always seen the movie, just reduced to like a minute or 2 minutes. So my question is, are trailers ruining movies? Like I thought it would be an interesting discussion.
I know 2 movies that are good examples for this, but I'll wait until it's like my turn to say it because I'll go into like a whole tangent when it comes to them.
I'm gonna have to remember stuff. Like I'm gonna have to think of stuff on the spot because I can.
Alright.
There's
Well,
a lot though.
Well, we're not just ruining trailers running movies, but also spoiling them as well. That's the word I was trying to look for. Spoil. The biggest example is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. That ending shot with the rhino.
Not even that. Like even the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, and like all the Spider-Man, all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies do this.
Oh yeah.
Even Across the Spider-Verse did this, and it annoyed me.
Especially that one.
So the Spider-Man, whoever's doing the Spider-Man trailers, is like, come on, dude, just help us out.
Come on, man.
What are you doing?
Come on.
Madam Web.
Who's gonna watch Man Web?
We'll get there.
No one's
Yeah.
watching.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it.
Ty, you are one to talk.
What?
You're one to talk. You.
What do you mean?
You said, who's gonna watch Madam Web?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I jinxed myself now.
Not me.
I'm still determined to see it for some reason, some unholy reason.
Determined. Filled with determination to see this cruddy movie that people say is crud.
Yeah.
Crud.
All right, so let's go one by one. Starting with me, I think movie trailers could be fun, but they also, well, it really depends. Like Spider-Man is a great example of this. Sony in general is a great example of this. And another one is Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers also does it, and especially looking back on the DC movies. They just have bad marketing. Like for some of the movies like BVS.
BS.
Trying to think of another one that's DC related. Killing me. Can't really think of any good example. Yeah, I can't really think of anything besides BVS. Marvel is very good. Disney usually is really good at, not spoiling their movies
Mm,
for their trailers.
mm, mm, um,
Yeah,
maybe.
They're
I could be wrong. I don't know, but that's what I see at least. Universal is very bad at this. I would say that Universal, Fast X, what is it? The oh my gosh,
Violent Night.
It's fine.
Big,
Violent Night,
It's
yeah,
crazy, bro.
the book, the phone. No wait, what's it called? The book phone? Oh no, the black phone. My bad. The black phone. The any illumination movie. Jurassic World. Things like in that nature. Someone referenced something O'Neill. I don't know who was it, but someone mentioned something. But yeah, those are my thoughts. It's very sweet. I mean, it's very short and simple, but I think these movie studios or whoever's in charge, what is it? The in-house that makes all these trailers, they gotta do a better job at not only just marketing the movies, but not marketing the trailers better, and just not spoil a whole lot of stuff. Because again, it's like if you see a trailer, then there's no need to see a movie. And by that I mean when they spoil something, like when they spoil the entire movie. It's like, okay, why pay money to see the entire movie when I can just watch the trailer? So yeah. All right. So Zane, any thoughts on this?
I think trailers. Some trailers definitely do. I think an example of a good trailer, in my opinion, was a trailer for Dune 2. I feel like it didn't reveal like too much, but I feel like it was just enough to grab interest. But I do think for sure that some trailers definitely can show too much, and therefore ruin the element of surprise in the movie, and you expect a lot of things, even if it's just showing a minor thing. Even a minor thing can lead someone to believe something about the movie, just showing a minor detail. So I think trailers do need to be more limited than what they have been recently. I think trailers. You know what they should do? They should do the original Batman trailer where it just showed his suit. It showed his suit and then in the red light. But yeah, I think they need to fix trailers in general. Just because it hasn't been like that forever. It's just been fairly recently. The trailers have been kind of ruining movies in a way. Just yeah. Sorry, I'm studying. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, that's my thought.
Nice. And Pig, what do you think about trailers?
yeah, I guess I could say maybe some of them do definitely show too much. Number one that came to mind last year was that DreamWorks Ruby Gilman, whatever the crap,
Was
the
it
Kraken,
Teenage
Teenage
Kraken?
Kraken. Yeah, that revealed way too much in the trailer.
Oh yeah, that's
That movie just didn't even look that good to me in general. I didn't watch it, but it seemed
the
like it
movie was
revealed way too much.
Yeah.
coming from someone who's seen it. I saw it in theaters, by the way. But yeah, the movie wasn't good. And yeah, Creepy and the Pig is right. They spoiled everything that's in the actual movie, even down to the twist reveal of the villain.
Yeah, even a trailer I watched recently, It was for the Wingfeather Saga Season 2. I don't know if you guys even know what that is, but
I'm
it
aware of it.
it's based off a book series, and it's it showed the trailer, and I felt like this is showing way too much of what's in the book. Like it even like revealed like a big reveal of one of the characters reunited with another character. It's like I feel like they're revealing too much, especially for like the very first trailer for this. I guess they assume most people already read the book or something, but I don't know. I still don't feel like you should show that much from it, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. In my opinion, when you do a trailer, you need to just show some interesting stuff and like show what
Just
stakes
enough,
are.
just enough to grab attention.
Yeah,
But
grab attention. Just show, but don't like reveal major plot stuff. You
yeah,
know,
Yeah,
that's really what you need to do.
definitely.
Just get people's interests. You know,
Yeah.
for a new movie.
I think so I would like to piggyback off of that because I mean plot points isn't really the problem. It's just like it's like if you can tell what it's gonna be by the end, that's what it is. But like
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what
yeah,
I meant to say.
no, that's cool. Like you can mention plot point stuff, but even better,
You shouldn't. Yeah,
you could like have snippets of dialogue that allude to what everyone knows. Or like there's a sense of mystery is good to have with a trailer. Like
yeah,
it makes the people wanting more. And that's kind of the problem
yeah,
with like having trailers 1, trailer 2, trailer 3. It's just kind of like okay, you're just going to give us new scenes to look at. So
yeah.
there.
And like another thing you should do with a trailer, you should put some cool stuff in the trailer that so people want to watch it. But you also need to save some really cool parts for the actual movie, like really cool
Yeah.
scenes. Like that's a good thing about what they did with Spider-Man: No Way Home. They saved the whole Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield for the actual movie. They didn't spoil it in the trailers, and
Yeah.
you know it
Even though
shocked everybody.
we all knew they were going to be in it, it still
Yeah, but
helped. Yeah.
yeah, but you
I think
see,
I think trailers that do this wonderfully are Avengers Infinity War, the first trailer for Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame.
oh
Those did
yeah,
a
they were
very good
really.
job of
I don't even
like,
remember the trailer for Endgame.
so Endgame they didn't show any time travel stuff, and that was like a big part of the movie. And I think that's
Yeah.
great. They gave us skinny Thor, and then they showed us fat Thor, so I don't forgive them for that. But but other than that, like you knew what was going on in a sense, but like you also didn't. Like you knew Thanos
Yeah.
was coming, and you knew like what was gonna happen, but they don't expositionize stuff. Is that the right word? They don't
Mhm.
they don't do exposition stuff like Madam Web. The terrible meme dialogue scene we all make fun of, where her mom was a spider researcher. She died. Before she died, she was researching spiders. It's like, okay. Okay, fine. But Infinity War, that was probably one of my favorite things. There's over exposition, but there's also bait and switch because that's what we got with Endgame 2 is a bait and switch because we thought Thor was going to be really cool. And he was kind of cool instead in Endgame. They made him depressed and fat, and that's not how Thor would do any of that. But there's bait and switch in that sense. But it could be bait and switch for just how bad the movie is too. Like Batman versus Superman, that was one of the best trailers I've ever seen at the time because they had a really good trailer, but the movie sucked. And there's a magic to trailers, and there's also a disadvantage. With that,
they do it right.
Do it right. Another good example is The Boys trailers. They do a pretty good job of stuff. I think a good way of doing stuff is like you explain the middle part, or at least like the first third part. So it's like, here is a problem, or like here's how life is going for this person. Here's a problem, and they're gonna fix it. Don't tell them how they're gonna fix it. Don't do 2/3 of the way, because you might predict something. Maybe go 1/3 of the way, and that'll be enough. Don't spoil the outcome, which you basically do. Like you do 80% of the movie in that trailer, and we all know what's going to happen. Sometimes, or a lot of the time. Sometimes you might surprise us. But Homecoming, that's one that was just kind of like, okay, so we know Peter loses the suit. All right. Well, we're just going to see how that happens in more detail, I guess. You're just,
Yeah.
I think it would have been really interesting if you didn't show that, like how impactful that would have been watching that for the first time. But now it's just kind of like, okay, all right. Yeah, the Spider-Man trailers have that problem, and another thing about bait and switch for Infinity War, when Hulk was in the trailer, that didn't happen.
Oh yeah,
That one was
he
disrespectful.
was in it for one beginning scene,
Mm-hmm.
but
He was in there just to get two-pieced by Thanos.
Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
Multiverse of Madness was really the trailers were okay. Like I was just kind of like, oh, okay, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
They bait and switched that. Like I don't know how they did it. But like nothing happened in that movie.
If I'm going to be honest, when it comes to at least Multiverse of Madness, that could also be summed up to the fans having too much of a high expectation also.
Well,
Because you walking into multi... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't blame them because it's called Multiverse of Madness. And
Yeah, but do you really expect them to really try and push the envelope with like a bunch of multiverse stuff throughout an entire 2.5 hour film? That's
don't make it 2.5 hours. I don't know.
I feel like that movie in general is just a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, it's like you have high expectations for like something multiverse-wise, and then the next, you wonder why. You wonder why you don't have it anymore. You wonder why it's not as good as you thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I want every multiverse thing to be in the movie. I just wish they stuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, and thus my problem is they announced that Deadpool was going to be in it. Tom Cruise was going to be Iron Man. Daniel Craig was going to be a Marvel character. Ghost Rider was going to show up. Marvel themselves announced it, and then they just no. Exactly.
Mhm.
They debated you then.
Yeah, bait and switched. It's their fault. They
Yeah.
are meanies.
You were mean.
Well, look at it this way: if they truly added all those characters, they would have got one-shotted by Wanda anyways, like the Illuminati. So,
Well,
I mean, look how they did your boy Sir Patrick Stewart.
no, Wanda should not be that powerful. That's stupid.
So
There's so many.
No. Wait.
That was me.
that's
trapped.
the guy who should have been in the movie, but he never did.
That was me trapped in the theater. If anything, I want Punisher to just shoot Wanda and be done with it. Okay, that's all
Yeah.
I want. I just want him to kill Wanda because Wanda is a B word. She is not sympathetic. She held a town hostage. She held a town hostage, and they applaud her for it because it's like they'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
B, please, come on.
Sandwich, please.
Scarlet Witch, please. Donovan, what do you think about trailers?
Okay, now back to what you said about Batman v Superman. I'm glad you said that because that is actually one of the repeat offenders that I was talking about earlier when the topic first popped up. That and Transformers: The Last Night. Those two. Hey, you laugh, but those two movies truly
I'm not
ruined.
about that. I'm not looking about that. I'm looking at my profile picture.
Oh.
It's you, bro. It's you. Wait.
Okay.
Oh man, that's amazing.
David looks mighty constipated on that picture. Looks like he's going through something right now. But anyway.
Where'd he go?
No!
Where'd he go?
He's
he's back.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, they're
He's
back.
too.
Oh, I was trying to do something, but it didn't work. Okay.
Okay. David, you're muted.
Hey. Check the button.
Okay.
The button.
All right.
Screw us all.
Don't do that.
But back to what I was saying, like, those two movies, in my opinion, have been the worst offenders of having a trailer and then ruining the movie because of it. Especially Batman v Superman, because, okay, yeah, it was cool when Wonder Woman showed up in the trailer. It was not cool when she showed up in the movie because we already knew it was going to happen. It was cool seeing Doomsday in the trailer. It was not cool seeing them in theaters because you already knew it was going to happen. If you saw that one trailer with them in it, you could have already pieced together the entire movie without having to like watch an entire 2.5 hours long, when you could have just watched the movie in 2 minutes. And it was just, yeah, exactly, save Martha. But it was just bad because some trailers is like they cannot keep a secret, rather than just holding out for something that they could really use to spice up the crowd, make them feel happy about wanting to watch this movie. You rather spoil it on something that you rather spoil it rather than letting these people see what's going to happen in theaters.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Ooh.
Turn on your camera, Zaneypoo. Do it.
No, I don't have my camera on my tripod. My camera's not in my room right now.
Do it.
I can't.
It's okay.
He's gonna go to brother. He's gonna go to like one of the old streams and
I got you.
Right. That was an interesting discussion.
That's what I did. I just went to the last stream and I just screenshotted it.
I like how I'm like giving a TED talk or something.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. But once we come back, guys, we got some Sony stuff to talk about. That sounded a lot more cooler in my head.
No.
We back, boys.
The Backstreet Boy. Oh.
I'm in 4.
This is
Spooderman.
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 Good old Spooty.
Will you be my Spooderman?
Will you be my Spooty? Spooty is missing.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Will you be my Spooderman?
Yes.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Something wasn't right. He was correct on that.
Yeah, I'm testing out these clips that I have. Anyway, right now we're talking about Spider-Man 4. Specifically, though, we're talking Marvel versus Sony, because apparently Kevin Feige wants to do a grounded Spider-Man movie, a street-level version, which I prefer. But Sony went to do stupid and just make a cast in on the success of the multiverse and say, you know what? Well, pretty much news and money with the whole Madam Web thing. Well, No Way Home did us great money. They brought us a huge banger. Why not do it again?
Don't they listen to people like
No, they don't.
the build up that we
It's
had?
a giant mega corporation. They don't listen to people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they listen to some backlash, but not the right
That's a
kind.
keyword. Some, not all.
I don't know. Like, why? It'd be hard to get Toby and Andrew back.
Yeah.
I would think for another one, but I don't know. I would like it to be grounded. Like, I could see the trilogy being darker than the first trilogy. I think that's kind of the point. That's what we're trying to get across. Because this Peter Parker is older. He's a young adult now. So I could see... And we got Matt Murdock in the last Spider-Man movie, so hopefully they do something with that. It makes sense, because if they didn't, I don't know why they even brought him back, just to be a lawyer for him. But yeah, that court case pretty much just, it's all good now at the beginning of the movie. But yeah.
Was the dare really a devil?
Was the devil daring?
Was the
pool
Murdock?
Was the pool dead? Was the Holland Tomming?
Yeah.
Was the Toby Maguiring?
Was the Garfield entering? Was the Hardy Tomming? Was the Tom Hardying?
Yeah.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
Was the Punisher knowing?
I was gonna say
that's my reaction.
was John Bernthal?
John Bernthal.
Speaking of John Bernthal, he's really good in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. I love Jane.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, so mean. This is amazing. This is so good. This is amazing.
Is that supposed to be David?
What? This? Oh. No, that's Channing Tatum. What are you talking about?
No way, that's you, David. I recognize the headphones, man.
That's we have the same headphones, Channing Tatum and I.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
This way.
Zane, do you have any thoughts on the whole Spider-Man first situation?
I love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, but
Hobgoblin's gonna be in the next trilogy, hopefully.
No, I love Spider-Man, and I think it could be like a big flop, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Based on how Marvel's doing, I'm not too hopeful about it. But
don't forget, it's still Sony and Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not really.
I have hopes for it, but I'm not expecting anything great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you still photoshopping something else? What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried.
Don't worry, Jonathan. I'm gonna change it. Don't worry. I'm gonna change it. It's not gonna be that way forever. Don't worry.
Oh no, I don't care. It's fine.
Excuse me.
Don't mind my clicking. My keyboard's loud.
We're gonna once again take a quick break, but once we return, we gotta talk about a certain movie critic on YouTube who refused to, let's just say, not discuss about a certain movie. So, we'll be right back. All right, Chris Stuckman and Madam Web. All right.
Would you like me to?
I have not seen the video myself, but from what I heard, when I heard about it, at first I'm like, okay, if he doesn't want to review Madam Web, it's okay. Until I heard from other people the reason why he's not reviewing it. And the reason why he's not reviewing it is because he just want to add on to the hate. He wants to be more of a positive movie channel, which I found very odd, because I remember back in the day, he used to bash on bad movies, man. And yeah, so it's very confusing.
Do you want me to pull up?
David, I know you have enough to say, so we're gonna save you for last.
Well, do you want me to pull up the video?
Yeah.
I have it right here. Now, is everyone here to witness this monstrosity of a video?
Yeah.
This wonderful man, Chris Stuckman, he's such a movie sweetheart. He knows, what cinema is and stuff,
So I just saw Madam Web. There was no screening for it in my area. There were no late night showings before the day, so I had to go see it on Valentine's Day. And I thought to myself, probably not going to do.
What'd you say?
I was about to say El Bozo.
I had to see it in the normal theaters with all the common people.
A video for this one based off of what I've heard, since I do try to keep it mostly about film celebration on this channel.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Film celebration? Whoa, the fuck?
So you're saying it's bad then?
Yeah,
it's
bad because
it's like,
so I'm not gonna do a review of it because that's negative.
So that means you hate it? That means
it's bad. It's so bad that they'll do a review.
Rewind it. I want to hear what you said again.
Okay. All right. Let me go back down.
It on Valentine's Day, and I thought to myself, probably not going to do a video for this one based off of what I've heard, since I do try to keep it mostly about film celebration on this channel. Having seen the film, I'm going to tell you that this is not a movie review of Madam Web.
Okay. Cool.
I am not about bashing filmmakers, artists. I know how hard it is to make a movie. I do not know how hard it is to make a movie under the studio system.
Oh, here we go. So he's not admitting that sometimes you can have a crappy filmmaker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go through these on different episodes.
Like, didn't you guys say this guy's bashed on movies before?
Yeah, Ty, you said.
Yeah, he has.
What movie has he bashed on? Do you remember which one?
I have to go back on the center to see, because I know he did or not.
That's okay. But what are your thoughts on that, guys? Because
I have some thoughts.
What?
So, Chris Stuckman is a movie critic, right? So, isn't it your job to review movies even if they're bad?
Yeah.
It's pretty much your job.
You criticize movies. Critic.
Exactly.
There's constructive criticism. There's like bad criticism, and
Yeah.
So like, why are you suddenly like, I don't want to do this because these poor people?
I think he's sucking up to Sony or something, hoping to do something.
Oh, that's exactly what he's doing, because he's trying to sell his movie, Selby Oaks, or whatever that movie's called. So I think he's sucking up to Hollywood. I don't think he's sucking up to Sony. It's more of Hollywood that he's trying to suck up to.
You just stand your ground, man. Say what you want to say.
Exactly.
It's like,
Say it with yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, stand your ground and don't be a wuss.
Yeah. Like what you like and don't like what you don't like.
Exactly.
Watch
Jeremy
for
Johns is a
Stuckman
great
response
example of
was.
this. Jeremy Johns reviews movies, and when he talks about a movie that's bad, he'll let you know it's bad. Don't even watch it.
Mhm.
One of my favorite YouTubers, Cody Nings, he will tell you straight up, this movie's bad, the writing's bad, cinematography, acting, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And even though David, I know you have a few issues with this guy, the nostalgia critic.
Hello, I'm the nostalgia critic.
At least he gives his honest opinion about a film.
Yeah.
So, Chris, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Just say a movie's bad and just tell your reason why. You don't have to go all in like these other channels and just talk about how woke it is.
Yeah.
You can talk about how bad the story is, the writing, the characters.
Yeah, it's so easy to keep it.
Easy.
And also, like, you're not going to lose fame or something. There are plenty of successful YouTubers I follow that have an insane amount of followers that are just standing their ground and like saying this is bad for this reason. Do not watch it. I recommend you do not watch it. And that's like most of the time. Some of the time when you find something good, you'll tell someone. And and they might not get into Hollywood at all, but you know, I guess that's all he cares about.
And at least if you do that, you're staying true to yourself.
Yeah. I think he does really think he thinks it's bad, but he's just trying to, in conclusion.
He's trying to, yeah.
Yeah, but
imagine if he responded to this podcast.
Oh, he would never.
Oh, no, he would never.
He would try to ignore us as best as possible. That EFAP already did that, so we don't need to. He doesn't need to come to us to listen to anything because they said it best.
He's a coward.
Wait.
What?
What did you guys say?
I said that I love Beekeeper. What are you talking about?
No. There was someone else. Somebody like already tried to do something.
EFAP, Every Frame of Pause podcast responding to this, and they just tore him to pieces.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, let's see what else he has to say. What was a filmmaker? I'll just go back.
Web. I am not about bashing filmmakers, artists.
Cap.
I know how hard it is to make a movie. I do not know how hard it is to make a movie under the studio system. I was able to make an indie film without a giant corporation breathing down my neck, which is not the privilege that S.J. Clarkson had when she directed Madam Web.
That's actually not true. She had full control.
Yeah, she's the director.
They let her have it.
Exactly.
It looks like she wanted to make the movie she wanted to make.
Yeah, there was no studio interference at all.
Yeah. But
and the movie was bad.
Yes.
Under Sony, which I can only imagine was monumentally difficult.
Okay, so hold on. So you're saying Sony is, interfering with stuff, but like you're not going to say they're bad, right? Because you're all about film celebration. So
I feel like him saying that Sony gets into everything. That's his nicest way of saying, "Oh, they're bad." I feel like that's just the nicest way you could say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if it's like amazing, there's some problems with it.
This is not going to be a video about Madam Web and telling you whether or not you should see Madam Web.
Don't watch Madam Web.
That's usually the job of a movie critic.
That is true.
Yeah, do your job, man.
If you go to a movie theater and if you see a movie that you like, you're going to tell people, "Hey, I just saw this amazing movie. I highly recommend it." Oh, you could go the other route and see a movie that's bad and say, yeah, don't waste your money on it. Don't even waste your time. It's nothing, Boga. You can forget about it.
Yeah, don't watch Oppenheimer, guys. It's not good at all.
Don't listen to David Oppenheimer.
So this is the goated movie.
Dune Part 2 is more goated than Oppenheimer.
Word. For real.
No.
There are plenty of people on this platform, as well as a website dedicated to aggregating reviews and giving it a number that's going to inform you of that, and you can choose to listen to those voices if you want. The information is out there. What I am
Okay, so we'll just listen to them and not you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you even here?
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to make a channel so you can get subscribers and make money and stuff? Hello? And
I don't know.
people come and watch your channel because you're a movie critic. Like, are you forgetting what you're doing? You don't know what you're fighting for?
What am I fighting for?
Yeah.
Am I
Say-
fighting
I just don't
for?
get it.
All right.
compelled to make that, and you can choose to listen to those voices if you want. The information is out there. What I am compelled to make a video about is something that I heard pretty much every writer, some directors, and most actors bashing last year, and that is movie studios.
Sometimes they're bad, yes, but it's a double-edged sword. It's like both sides are bad. I hate to say it, but it's true. Both sides can be horrible.
Yeah,
Some writers can be crap, and some studios can be crap. It's just the thing that happens.
exactly. That's how Hollywood works.
Yeah.
But before we go any further, I do want to give a special thank you to the sponsor for this video, BetterHelp. The past
Oh my God, no, not
In
this.
the case
again.
of Madam Web, this movie was put out by Sony in association with Marvel, probably not to the level of association that Tom Holland's 3 Spider-Man movies were. This video is inspired by essentially every live-action film that Sony has had some involvement in
This guy
since
annoys me. I want to
Spider-Man
smack
3.
him. He looks so punchable.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy I would just like see on the street and be like, I don't like you. Punches in the face, starts kicking like they did to Joker. Me dying on the street, you walk right over me.
Honestly, though, if we started his villain origin story, we just see him like, we steal his sign.
We're gonna all get together. We're
Chris
gonna-
Stuckman
we're
villain
gonna
arc.
We're gonna find this guy's house. We're gonna wait outside of it and then jump him. We're gonna, like, pounding him.
You're awful, Sony.
Take that smoke right off his face.
Projecting my film.
In the Spider-Man verse, that being Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, Venom,
Get
Let There
alive.
Be Carnage, Morbius, and Madam Web.
What'd you say?
I said get a life because he's like.
I'm gonna screenshot this face real quick. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, me too.
There we go.
Give you shots.
Save that on my desktop. It's gonna be my wallpaper.
Oh yeah, baby.
Chris Stuckman's beautiful face.
Oh yes.
Beautiful pineapple shaped head. So he's mentioning Sony movies that are not good for the most part.
Morbius.
Yeah. Well, debatable.
Huh?
I don't know.
Morbius.
Morbius made 10.
Wait.
Morbius made
More
$100
billion
billion.
More billion.
Yeah.
How much
It
is
was-
more billion though? Like that's my question.
It's
I mean,
one
if it
the
has to be
largest.
more than $1 billion, obviously.
Yeah, more billion. It's more than $1 billion. It's more billion.
It's like above infinity.
Yeah, more billion. Yeah, everyone in the entire universe saw Morbius.
Everyone in the multiverse went to our universe
Yeah.
to see Morbius.
Yes.
Um,
the theaters were so packed that they had to build new theaters for people to watch
Oh,
it.
wow. That's how impactful that movie was.
Yeah.
The movie was so impactful, it was the first 200% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Audience score 1,980.
Yes.
Critics are bigoted and they don't
Yeah.
know anything. More, it's just Mr. Thuggerson. Anyway,
since it got pushed back due to the strikes last year, none of us got to see what Sony did with Kraven the Hunter, but we will this year, so I can't really comment on whether or not Sony treated that property with respect.
Boo.
I think that they will.
Okay.
And of course, I know that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films don't necessarily relate to the Sony Spider-Man universe that they're trying to set up right now.
They don't relate at all. Just as a new universe. The only thing that relates to them is the multiverse.
Yeah.
So,
nor do Andrew Garfield's movies, but this is not about that. This is about how Sony treats their characters and their properties, and more importantly, how they treat their filmmakers and what exactly is going on. Because I have so many questions. When you look at the films I mentioned that Sony has made, there's, of course, division from people about whether or not all of them are bad or good, and some people like more than others. There's plenty of people who like the first Venom movie, but I think there are more people who are a little disappointed by it, and especially the Let There Be Carnage sequel. But plenty of people enjoy Spider-Man 3 well enough. I'm one of them. There's a lot of things in Spider-Man 3 that I have fun with, although it's clearly not as good as 1 or 2.
Spider-Man 3 is bad, but it still has some cool things in it.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah. Like the dance.
That was in perfection. That
yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. That was the best thing. Yeah.
And there are people who enjoyed The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 quite a bit. But I think that if you were to look at a consensus, the consensus is that the live action Sony-based...
What'd you do? Stop!
Whoa, what the... Bro.
Change it!
Why?
Bro, why you gotta jump scare us with that?
Watch the freaking video and just...
Bro.
Okay. Spider-Man universe movies have not exactly all been home runs.
Okay, so they're not home runs. They're not.
Wait
they're
a
not,
minute. What did he say?
He said the Sony universe has not been exactly been home runs like Venom and Morbius. So he's not going to say they're bad. No. They have not been home runs.
No,
but that's still criticism. So I don't know the level of perfection he's going with this. But, like, dude, the consensus, he says the consensus is that the majority of people don't really like them that much.
Yeah.
I don't care what other people think. I want to hear what you think. Anyway.
I haven't mentioned the animated Spider-Verse films, both of them being terrific. The way I view the two Spider-Verse movies is kind of the same way I view The Invisible Man and Split and Get Out and other films that Blumhouse has produced. Because Blumhouse has produced a lot of other movies as well. But those three really do seem like, damn.
What'd you say, Ty?
I was asking, how does Blumhouse relate to Sony?
He's getting there. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out, guys.
Yep, come on.
Movies
come on, bro.
But those three really do seem like, damn, where'd those come from? Some studios have really...
So he's saying like Spider-Verse is like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
Who made this? This is actually good, bro.
Oh, yeah.
From this studio.
Yeah, so you're saying that one's actually good and the other ones are bad, right?
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Stuckman? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I hope.
Really good instincts. And they can pick filmmakers and stories across the board.
No. Sony cannot do... No, wait. I need to hear what he said again.
Like, damn, where'd those come from? Some studios have really good instincts. And they can pick filmmakers and stories across the board that, for the most part, are going to be at least decent. I look at a studio like A24.
A24.
Some A24 people are a little weird.
I haven't met any of those people, but
No, I'm saying the directors.
oh, the director.
Yeah, Mr. Chugs, hello.
Yes.
Nice to see you. Badland Chugs is in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Badland Chugs, yeah, Badland Chugs goes hard, bro.
Pretty much most of their movies, if you see a trailer for an A24 film, you can probably bet that it's not going to be terrible, that it's at least going to be decent, and maybe even really good. And I don't feel that way with every single studio. It's like a flip of a coin. You could get one of their best efforts, or you could get another one.
So what you're saying is that
It's not good.
some people are not that great.
Well, just say the word. Say the B word, okay? It's bad.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, you thought talking about that B word.
Yeah. Just say the B word, okay?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
And I do think it comes down to the filmmaker they're working with and whether or not they back off and give that filmmaker the freedom they need to tell a cohesive, coherent story.
Okay. Some studio okay. Zaneypoo. Some studio interference can help. Like, they don't just hire those people for nothing. Sometimes okay, I could be that I am wrong about that. They have Avia Rod for Sony, so but
yeah, I know. Big sad.
Seriously?
Yeah, I actually do have to leave.
Oh man, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Well,
it was nice having you.
I'm crying to corner.
It was nice. It was nice being on the show, but
yeah,
I shall bid you all adieu and goodbye and good night.
Have a good night.
Right.
Good night.
Good night. Good son.
Good night.
Good night, vegan teacher.
Good night. Good night, Tri-State area.
Good night. Keep chugging.
So yeah, some studio interference helps. You need that, like, to just to make sure that you're on the right page for the story. Some dumb people need some smart people to help them.
Yeah,
most basic words I could put it.
It doesn't mean that every writer is going to be great. Two of the writers of Madam Web worked on another film in the Sony universe that has been heavily criticized called Morbius.
It's been heavily criticized.
For good reason.
For great reasons.
Very good.
Yeah.
Morbius isn't bad. It's been heavily criticized.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's bad. If I said it's been heavily criticized, it's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But sometimes what I've learned and what I've experienced myself, not on my film, but on scripts that I've optioned to some studios, and it went nowhere, is that when people have power over you as a creative, when they're paying your bills and they're paying you well, they can tell you to do anything.
Not all studios are like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Very, very true.
Maybe your scripts are crap. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Maybe you're just really bad at what you do because you're celebrating film other than just criticizing it. And like, you would know, like, if you were a true critic, you would know what a film should be.
Exactly.
But no. Celebrate film.
I'm a film critic, so whenever I see a movie that's bad, I'll talk about it. I don't sugarcoat it. Like, this is bad. If it's a movie that's good, I say it's a good movie. Let me give you my reasons and give you my recommendation.
Yeah. So no, your movie's not gonna be good if you don't know anything about movies and know how they work and stuff. So yeah,
You need to have a good script too.
yeah. And yes, studios, like I said, both sides of the coin are bad. Can be good and bad. It just really depends.
Yeah.
But sometimes it could just be you.
True that.
And you have to do it, no matter what. It's like that scene in Vampire's Kiss where Nicolas Cage is threatening to fire his secretary, and he says,
"You're the lowest on the totem pole here, Alva. The lowest. Do you realize that? That's right, Alva. It's a horrible, horrible job."
Oops.
Old Spice, buddy.
Shut up.
Old Spice.
Sponsored by Old Spice. Go check out Old Spice. And this Clash of Clans
Who the heck cares?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Just for your sponsor by
I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted to. And you have to do it. You have to, or I'll fire you. Do you understand?
sometimes that's exactly what it feels like when you're a creative dealing with a larger entity that has control over your creation.
So you have not. So you said earlier that you have never been underneath a main studio, correct? And you've made one indie film. So you don't know what studios are like. They just rejected your scripts and that was it, right?
Yeah.
So what you doing? What you saying there, bud?
But yeah, doing, buddy.
What are you doing?
Creation, or at least your script or your story or your characters. When they can tell you what to do and you got to do it, it doesn't matter if you think it's insane. You have to find a way to make it work.
Hold up, quick
I'm not saying that's what
I hate to pause. Is Donovan in the Discord group chat?
Yeah.
Which one is he?
I'll type it so we don't say it.
Yeah, we don't need people adding it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Happened on Madam Web and Morbius and all these movies, but I would not be surprised because when I look at Sony's involvement with the Spider-Verse films, I see Lord and Miller that have had massive success on the big screen in the past, that have made a lot of money for a lot of people and have proven themselves to be very smart at what they do. And I can totally see a company like Sony saying, why don't you guys give us your best shot and then we'll give you some notes. Now,
Ty, can you remind us what happened with the animators for Spider-Verse 2?
They overworked.
They overworked. Exactly what Creepy and the Pig said. They overworked the animators, and that was just terrible.
So was that was solely them, right?
That was Sony. That was Sony.
Yeah, it was both of them. Sure, Sony had there was the deadline, and but yeah, Lord and Miller were in the controversy too, right?
They were.
Yeah, so
people were giving them tons of crap for it, and rightfully so.
So yeah, it's kind of a weird point to make when they did that.
Now, for a filmmaker like S.J. Clarkson, who made Madam Web, she's had a long and respectable career directing television, but she's directing her first movie, and it's a Sony superhero movie. When I saw Madam Web earlier today, there wasn't a single part of it.
Yep. Oh, he saw Madam Web earlier today.
Movie, and it's a Sony superhero movie. When I saw Madam Web earlier today, there wasn't a single part of me that thought,
what?
That's his description. A Marvel superhero movie.
She's a Marvel legend. This I don't know.
Movie. When I saw Madam Web earlier today, there wasn't a single part of me that thought, "Wow, this is just a terrible filmmaker."
Oh.
That was my thought process while watching the film.
What do you mean?
I mean, first of all, the dialogue was so terrible, and then of course the cinematography. There were some weird editing choices too. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was some story elements where I'm like, that doesn't make any sense at all. The main actor, the main character is completely unlikable. She doesn't have she doesn't give a reason as to why the audience should care for her or care about her situation.
Yeah.
And Dakota Johnson is not a good actress. And Mason Madam Web.
No, everyone was wasted in Madam Web.
Yeah, everyone was wasting Madam Web. The only good, I think the only good part about it was Adam Scott. But that's just because of Adam Scott.
Oh, was he Uncle Ben?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Adam Scott.
Tristan was right during the last podcast episode. Was like they were really subbing in another of the Spider-Man things. Yeah, they did.
Oh.
I could not help but see the myriad of evidence that has been laid at all of our feet that this is a studio that is simply...
What evidence?
What evidence?
What evidence are you talking about?
Yeah.
Just do your own research. Look at what S.J. Clarkson said about the movie, and she seems really happy about what she's made.
Really? Is it drunk?
No, she's a crackhead. Even worse.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
Drunk crackhead.
Exactly.
Retaining the rights to their characters that does not care about the quality of this experience they're giving us. There's been...
I'm sure they do care. I mean, they're not smart most of the time, but I think everyone cares about...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Too many examples of movies that all feel kind of the same, like a mishmashed early 2000s superhero movie.
So they're bad?
Basically, he's saying that's bad.
Okay.
They can't seem to get out of that. No matter how many times we've said to this studio, we would prefer it if you went a different way, even with the excellent examples of their 2 Spider-Verse films. And I can't help but think, who is this for? Who wins here? Is it the audience? It seems like it isn't, guys. Is it the creatives?
That seems to be a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the studio? Are they making a lot of money because they keep doing this over and over again?
Heck yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It makes sense to make a Venom movie. It makes sense to make a Spider-Man movie. Those are characters that are going to generate money no matter what. Morbius and Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, remains to be seen. That is not the same.
Remains to be seen. No, it's already seen.
No.
They're not popular.
No, they're not.
Zaneypoo, what are your thoughts so far? We haven't heard you say anything.
I think this guy's yapping. I
keep yapping, man.
There's nothing really. Yeah, he's not really saying
anything
anything meaningful.
I feel like there's
keep
a whole
yapping
lot
out your mouth.
I feel like there's a whole lot of sound, but not a lot of talk. That makes sense. Like he was saying a lot, but saying nothing at the same time. You know, like I feel like I did not. He was just like, it's like a video where he somehow manages to have like it says 16 minutes of video, but manages to have one meaningful sentence where it's just he's repeating himself in different ways. Like he's not really saying much. He's just talking
off the cuff.
Yeah. It's not saying meaningful things. He's just talking.
Yeah.
He's literally just talking at you with no. He's not giving you information. He's just talking about already known information, thinking that he's saying something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like he has to talk about this, dude. See,
yeah, look, he has
to. Let's hear him out.
Level of reward that a studio might receive from producing a Spider-Man or a Venom movie. So why are they making them? Is it to retain the rights? Is it to get some kind of financial break? Potentially. And in that,
let's say yeah, because studios make money and they do care about that, and so I don't blame them for it. But I don't know.
Case, They probably don't care that much about each and every one of us who forks over our hard-earned money to sit in a theater on Valentine's Day when they could have been doing anything else.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, sure, but you're saying Madam Web's bad still. That's still saying, like, Valentine's Day, we could have been doing anything else. To watch this stupid, I mean, fantastic movie. Like, so he's saying he doesn't bash the director, but the movie's bad. Like, I mean, I don't know. He's so weird, dude. You're weird. You're stupid.
You're weird. You're weird, buddy. You're weird.
I care
weird.
so much about the filmmaker experience.
No,
and
you
I'm
don't.
so
Stop lying.
aware.
Okay, this guy is annoying me. He's lying. No, you don't. Don't act like you care.
He cares about himself. That's what it is.
All he cares about is making sure he has
Exactly. That's the bottom line. He only
cares about views. He doesn't
about
care about
himself
anything
and
but the views.
But yeah, because all because he's making a film that could lead to Sony or Disney or Fox or whatever, and he has a huge subscriber count. It's like, Rippy, good for you. And now he feels like he's beneath all of us.
Yeah.
And says that, well, I don't need to review Madam Web.
This guy's
I want to talk positive.
Positive things. Investing in money and stuff when all he needs to be investing in is fixing his hairline. God. Like,
wait, what?
He's his hairline. Like,
oh yeah,
bro got that egg shade.
And he has gained a little weight. So, maybe work on that, dude.
And, eventually we're gonna start seeing some grays up in that hair area.
We see some right here.
This guy's pushing 40 here. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. But
he's pushing 40 if he's not already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of how crushingly difficult it can be to make a film, but I also care a lot about the audience, and I want.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
Stop lying.
You're a shill trying to suck up to these companies.
You're just a viewer vacuum. You're trying to just get people to watch your videos so you can make a living in your mom's basement, which you somehow made look nice.
Apparently, he's married with a kid.
Oh yeah, he's married and has a kid.
I feel so sorry for that kid.
Well, I'm happy that he's married to Gorlock because that's only but you think he's so cool with his library and your little movies down there and your little action figures.
Oh, the action figures really piss me off.
The action figures.
Dude, you are 40. Probably. I don't know. Late 30s at least.
Yeah. And wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Spider-Man.
This is not what dads are supposed to look like.
Aren't you supposed to be wearing a Carhartt jacket?
Yeah, wear a nice little jacket. And
yeah.
Grow up.
But let's just examine these little things in the background. What are these movies? What are these books?
I can't see very well. Can I zoom in? No, I cannot.
But
I can't tell you.
Mandalorian's right there.
There's
Daredevil.
Was that Indiana?
I think
that's
so.
Indiana Jones.
And who I can't tell who's in the very left.
I think is that Kylo or Anakin? It's Anakin. I think it's Anakin.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And then he thought he was so neat with this little setup back here. I can see the lights poking out of the corner. I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care about that. It's just I do like the lighting and stuff. It's good setup, but come on, dude.
Yeah, I like the light as well, but come on.
Wear a hat, man. We don't gotta see all that forehead up there, bro. Come on.
Oh yeah.
This guy just I don't know what's going on with this guy. Also, it seemed like he has really bad posture just from what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Work on yourself, man.
Sitting on like a drummer seat or something. He's not. And this guy just like you see his eyes too. He looks like he hasn't slept in 5 days. Like he's just, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
come on, what happened? Where did things go wrong?
Come on, but
I guess when he started having responsibilities.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna just, I bet his wife is the one who like goes to work every day. He probably had his kid pay bills. Like,
Wow.
He's the kind of guy who looks like he just stays in his little manhole all day.
Manhole.
Don't stay in your manhole too long.
Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Like myself, who go to these movies to have a good time and to.
It looks like he's tearing up.
Like in my opinion, he just
like have a good time.
He's saying that he like cares and all this stuff, but he looks so NPC emotionless. Like he just like doesn't look like he feels anything.
No.
I want people like myself who go to these movies to have a good time and to feel like they invested some of their money into something that gave something back to them. That
maybe you just hired bad people. Maybe that's your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, in one way, that is your fault for hiring someone who is crap at their job as a director. But
exactly,
that's pretty much all you're at fault for, if that's the case. Maybe the only things you're at fault for is hiring someone bad and not having supervision.
Exactly.
But they're rooting for the director because they can't do anything wrong. They're always smart. They always have a good idea. Right. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite movie, Birdemic, Shock and Terror. So good. The Room with Tommy Wiseau. Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah, that is.
Batman v Superman. Oh, it's amazing.
Mobius.
This is the kind of guy.
Kiss.
This is the kind of guy who would say like the original Justice League was like an amazing, fantastic movie. He's that kind of guy. He's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I love the Flash movie so much." I bet he loved the Flash movie. I bet he was on his knees praying for it.
Our Lord and Savior Ezra Miller. He was praying to Ezra.
Oh, no.
Yeah, if you're praying to Ezra Miller, hide your kids, sir.
Yeah, he's trying to come get him.
Exactly.
I'm being serious though. Like,
his favorite artist is definitely Nirvana. I can just tell. You know, this guy listens to too much Nirvana.
Probably.
That inspired them in some way or made them just happy for a couple hours. And Sony and their treatment of these characters seems to be doing the exact opposite.
Okay, so what if Morbius made someone happy? Just happy.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who like Morbius. So like,
I like Morbius in a way.
In a way.
Yeah, so
it's special in its own way.
This argument is so fricked because it's like Sony's not good at that, and it's like, so Madam Web's bad. No, I'm not going to criticize it. Why not? Because it's about its film celebration. Okay, so why aren't you celebrating Sony stuff that much?
Yeah, why aren't you celebrating?
Yeah, why aren't you celebrating everything Sony does?
Bro,
Axe.
It's like, what are you doing, dude? Write a script.
Yeah, exactly.
Currently in the industry,
write a dang script.
It's the Wild West when it comes to spec
a good
script.
one. He sent scripts in before. That's probably why he didn't write one for this video, because he knew he wasn't good at it.
Wow.
I'm being serious. I didn't hear what he said. Let me play
Currently in the industry, it's the Wild West when it comes to spec scripts, especially. From what I understand, a lot of spec scripts are not even being read. Very rare.
What's a spec script?
I was about to ask the same thing.
Spec
script. What's a spec script?
Spec script.
You gotta explain to us normies, man. You gotta explain.
A spec script, also known as a speculative screenplay, is a non-commissioned and unsolicited screenplay. It is usually written by a screenwriter who hopes to have the script optioned and eventually purchased by a producer, production company, or studio. Okay. So like a normal script, I guess. I don't know.
I know I had to use that fancy word.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely, in fact, unless you're a very specific kind of movie or a studio is looking for something so particular that you just so happen to be that perfect thing. From what I understand,
Well, I know what studios are looking for, all right?
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for on creativity. They're looking to get brownie points, no matter if the movie costs for or not. Basically, they're looking for doodle. They're looking for doodle films, and the ones that pull that heart and soul and making into actually wanting to make movies, they just get kicked out the door.
Yeah,
because they don't fit the agenda.
And then you let the people that are passionate about the doo-doo movies, and then they make the doo-doo movies for you.
Exactly.
Is still being looked at, especially haunted house things or things that are very marketable. But in general, the industry has no idea what it's doing right now post strikes. They have no clue. Movies are selling for almost $20 million at festivals from first-time filmmakers, and other movies that seem like they should be selling really big because of the names that are attached aren't. Nobody knows exactly what's happening right now because everyone is so beholden to this algorithm or whatever Netflix is telling them people want to see. This is creating an almost robotic-like dystopian conveyor belt of movies.
He has to say dystopian.
Why did he have to use all those words? Dystopian conveyor belt.
Robot-like dystopian.
Yeah,
dystopian is a negative term.
Conveyor belt of
Yeah, why they had to use it like that?
Yeah.
Why?
That we are essentially supposed.
What's the purpose? Yeah.
To kneel at the very end of, open our mouth really wide and just consume, and then ask, when do we get the next conveyor belt thing that you have generated for us?
So like Disney.
So
this
is the biggest example of this.
So like, what about the MCU stuff, Chris? What do you say about the MCU?
Oh yeah, about the MCU.
I'm very curious what he's like to say about the MCU.
Oh, same here.
Because I could not imagine that they would ever make a bad film, Mr. Stuckman.
Oh yeah, there's no way they would make a bad film.
Also on the thumbnails, like he'll show that he likes a movie by smiling on the thumbnail, and then he looks at the bad movies like with a scowl or like a frowny face.
Yeah.
That's how you know he doesn't like a movie. So yeah, it's about film celebration. If it was about film celebration, you'd smile at everything. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What was I going to type in? Chris Stuckman.
And don't be a hypocrite, Chris Stuckman.
The Future of Film, Why I'm Worried is one title, and it has the Marvels on it. So he's worried.
Mm-hmm.
He's not fallen off yet. He's just worried. He's worried about what's gonna happen. Let's continue.
He's so worried about the audience.
From your algorithm.
Yeah, so worried about the audience.
Yes.
Get
whoa.
The next conveyor belt thing that you have generated for us from your algorithm robotic AI thing. Whatever that is. Because when I watched Madam Web, there wasn't a single part of me that thought
What was that, Zaneypoo?
I said, shut up, bro. Come on. What is he saying right now?
This robotic thing.
The AI robotic conveyor belt.
Whatever that is. Because when I watched Madam Web, there wasn't a single part of me that thought a writer sat down and came up with the idea of the final fight happening underneath
I could think of that. I could totally see that.
Funny, wait, now that he says that, when I watch this video, I think that there was no reason behind this video and that there was no script behind it and that you're rambling. It's funny how that connects, like I feel.
Yeah. I think exactly. I could totally see someone writing this up. Absolutely. Some idiots out there writing this stuff like, oh, what if he got crushed in World B?
Yeah.
Again, you're saying that's bad. Like everything bad, everything bad that happens in the movie is studio's fault. That pea falling, that was the studio's idea. That's what they wanted to happen in the movie. Okay?
Yeah.
What? What are you
Madam Web getting becoming blind because of fireworks?
Fireworks?
Fireworks.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Yeah, exactly. See, he gets impaled, and then
Impaled by what?
fireworks is
Impaled by what?
by one of the signs.
Can these
so you
writers
see-
like
Yeah. Yeah, and then the firework, for some weird reason, it just goes into her eyes. Like, what the freak?
S.J. Clarkson wrote that herself.
Yeah.
Apparently. Chris Stuckman, you
Then-
suck.
Yes. I can't believe I'm saying that because I used to respect the guy.
I don't know. Maybe I should spread like YouTube channel positivity on this channel.
No, man, no. You're doing a good job, David.
Okay, thank you.
I like it when you go on negative.
Let
especially
people
for
hate
fans.
things.
Exactly.
Let anyone hate something.
Exactly. Let everyone hates something.
Giant neon Pepsi Cola sign. I just don't think a writer sat in their apartment in LA and thought, that's a good idea.
It's in LA.
No,
I
I don't think that you sat in your little manhole and thought this is a good video.
Yeah. I don't think
manhole.
that a writer for a video by Chris Stuckman would ever, that was the YouTube's fault that happened.
YouTube's got a YouTube.
Yeah. Was the tube in you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Man.
Nope.
Oh, wait, what?
That face is perfect for that moment. Anyway,
that was perfectly timed too.
I'm pretty sure Sony said we have to incorporate Pepsi in some way and deal with it. And that's what it's like.
Did they have to?
Okay.
That was product placement. It didn't need to be
Just
in there.
normal product placement, and like it's not as worse as Transformers. So
Which Transformers though?
all of them,
Yeah.
they all have bad product placement. Anyway,
A lot of these creatives. I just heard a story today about someone who's working with a massive entity studio. I won't say what it is, who has hired that person to write a story based off of a very interesting hook. He wrote the whole script, came back to them, and they said, you know what? We don't really like that hook anymore, but we still like your story. Can you make it work without the hook?
I mean, well, he hasn't gotten the details, so we can't really say what like.
Yeah, I don't even know what.
And like, have you read the script? Do you think it's good? I don't know.
And this poor writer is trying to figure out how in the world they got hired to write a story based off of an idea and are now told to write the exact same story, but without the idea. And that's exactly the type of situation that so many writers find themselves in. And I would not be surprised if a lot of these Sony Spider-Man universe movies have had very similar conversations bouncing around their meetings.
I mean, like, okay, so he's being very vague about this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say about this.
It's maddening, and it does good for no one.
Chris Stuckman be like.
So what are my solutions for this? It's the same solution I've said for a couple years now, because I've started to make more discussion-based videos about the industry and how we can communicate with them and get better films and start to enjoy the theater-going experience more. And not
They're
just
not gonna
a
listen.
great film.
What?
I was gonna say studios are not gonna listen. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but studios are not gonna give a damn.
No.
Like Godzilla -1 comes out of Japan, so that we can enjoy that
Wow.
here.
Yeah,
It's the
I
same
love
thing
it.
I've always said. They hear us through our wallets. If a movie comes out that is genuinely great and we happen to see it in the theater, that's fantastic.
Yeah, but here's the thing now. Speaking on that real quick. You say people vote with their wallets, right? Let's see. Everyone liked the Lion King 2019. Now people really like that film for whatever reason. People pay money to see that. So what the audience is saying, go make more of these movies.
Yeah.
Don't make more crappy, pointless remakes.
Yeah.
I bet you that's gonna happen with How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Bet you that's what's gonna happen with Deadpool and Wolverine. If it turns out to be crap, I hope and pray to God it's not. But then again, I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder what he thinks about Multiverse of Madness because
that is interesting.
Because Sam Raimi, he just got a bad script, and I don't think Sam Raimi would make something that bad.
No, I don't think.
At least there's evidence for him. At least there's evidence for him, and there's evidence for S.J. Clarkson as well. It depends on the filmmaker, and she's a bad one.
Yeah, bad one.
It's a very simple answer for you.
The woman who directed Candyman 2021, she did a great job with that. Mm-hmm. The Marvels, I'm not gonna blame her. I blame mostly Marvel for that. Marvel and Disney.
I've blamed both of them for that. For the Marvels, Candyman, I have no idea. So,
but then buy it to own on digital or buy the Blu-ray of it. Let them know like this is more like it. And that's what we're getting with Oppenheimer. It's what we're getting with Barbie. When you see a movie where it's like, okay, that creator, Greta Gerwig, took an IP, Barbie, and made a completely original movie out of it, and it became the highest grossing film of the year, and it's nominated for multiple Oscars, even though she totally should have been nominated for director. They hear that. They understand, all right, so IP-ish, but original. Got it. And that's okay. Like there's so many openings for filmmakers to take very original ideas into things. In an ideal, perfect industry, the filmmaker studio relationship would be more of an understanding, loving relationship. But the problem right now is that so many studio executives, people who are making the decisions, did not come from a place of creativity. They were.
Do you want to say something, Zany?
What I want to say is this guy should jump off a Brit.
Whoa.
I mean,
Kevin Feige at first was kind of creative. Maybe. I don't know. At least he wanted to start an MCU.
I just thought like Ezra Miller lost his super metabolism.
Potentially managers or agents or people outside of the creative space in Hollywood who work their way into a place where they're now telling creatives what to do. That's not the case for all of them, but it is the case for many of them. And they don't have ideas. They just have like inklings.
You don't know that. You have no idea what that's like.
Exactly.
For real.
Of what the market might want. What's selling big? What's not selling big? Well, we need to go towards this path because that movie sold really big. People are looking for this. Our Netflix algorithm is suggesting that we need to make a movie about kung fu pirates who also cook. Like that's what's happening, and it sounds like
kung fu pirates who cook.
He's talking about One Piece, I think.
Oh,
I mean, One Piece has been around for 20 years or something, so I get what he's saying with it.
I think he's talking about the reboot. I think he's probably talking about the
but I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah,
and Netflix live action version.
I get he's talking about that, but like, I guess maybe I didn't.
Let me go back and hear it again.
We're looking for this. Our Netflix algorithm is suggesting that we need to make a movie about kung fu pirates who also cook.
Okay, he did say Netflix, and that was a Netflix original. Yeah. But yeah, we need to make it about this. It sounded like it wasn't a reboot. It sounded like an original thing. Apart from that,
yeah. That's probably the best thing.
The way he phrased it was weird.
Like that's what's happening, and it sounds like a joke, but I'm swear to you, it's not. It's not a joke. Okay. So people have been put in positions of power who want to be creative, but aren't creative. But they're put in a position where,
like S.J. Clarkson, like that lady who directed Madam Web.
Yeah.
So all directors are creative. Some directors want to be creative, but they're just not.
Yeah.
Like S.J. Clarkson. You can say it's bad. It's okay. Just say it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like to add to that, like any director, crap, now I forgot what I was about to say.
Yes,
Any director can make a movie, but you really gotta have talent. Like the ones with talent really shine the brightest out of everyone.
Yeah. I bet you he has the least favorite movie or least favorite director. I'm sure there's something.
Oh, I bet you.
Have to tell creatives what to do. And that's why you're seeing a lot of these things that you're seeing in film lately. And the hopes are that more filmmakers are able to
these things, you mean bad movies, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Through with like an indie film. Look at Nolan. He was able to kind of prove himself. He took those steps.
You want to be like him so bad. You're trying to get with a studio.
Yeah, you do.
Why do you even want to be with a studio?
Yeah,
if you're going to bash on him. See, that's the thing. Like, he's bashing some studios and like Sony. If he's ever hoping to get a movie with Sony, after that video, I don't know.
You know what I mean? In the case of a lot of these filmmakers who make their first movie as a giant studio film, the studio does not look at that filmmaker as if they are an equal.
That's kind of a hot take.
I feel like he's talking more about himself because he wants to be a director.
Yeah, but he's never had the experience. He's only
never had the experience. Yeah, exactly.
They look at them.
So why should we trust you? Just because other people said stuff to you? Okay.
Basically.
Someone they can boss around and tell them what to do.
Oh, well, who hurt his feelings?
Oh, boo-hoo. That's every job, man.
Yeah. Because they're paying the bills. And what have you done exactly? And that's a lot of what we're seeing now. So
we can ask the same question about you.
Yeah. Provide for your freaking family and stop caring about yourself.
Exactly. Stop trying to be a
SEAL for movies that are good. That's the only way that we can turn the dial to where it needs to be. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching.
You're not welcome.
You're not welcome. I do want to hear. There's 1 minute left. I want to hear what he says here.
Really do like making these discussion videos. I do think that
we don't.
Yeah.
As I learn more about the industry, I have a unique position to be able to discuss ways that we can make it.
Oh, he has a unique position, guys.
Wow.
Unique position.
Unique position. Wow.
Okay. I see. Unique position.
I have a unique position where I can talk about this.
Better ways that we can help it.
You see, people, I don't have to talk about my life because I'm in a unique position.
I'm above this.
I'm in a unique position where this is where I need to be and this is what I'm going to do. Okay?
I'm better than all of you.
Basically,
I'm in a unique position where I know I know a guy who knows a guy who's cousins with a guy who knows a guy who is a director, you know? So like I'm in a unique position to where I can judge these things because I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who has a cousin who knows a guy who happens to be a director who made a small time film that nobody has ever heard of. So I can judge these things.
I am going to make a great movie someday.
Yeah. Because
they're gonna let me do my thing.
Because I know everything about me. I know everything.
Okay, so just care about yourself then. Just check yourself out and just be like, I just hope they don't. I hope I can do a good job where they won't mess with me that much. Yeah, just care about yourself. Don't care about S.J. Clarkson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, she messed up herself. Worry about yourself.
We should be able to discuss ways that we can make it better, ways that we can help it, and hopefully in the end,
well, you know
what we all want.
You know what's funny is he says, "Oh, that's how we're going to fix the movie industry." No directors are watching you, buddy. No one's watching you. No one. Directors and writers are not watching your video and be like, maybe he has a point. Maybe we should start doing this. It starts writing notes. No one does. They're not doing that.
Yeah, he's only got 2.4 million views, or not 2.4 million subscribers, I should say. So it's not a lot, not that much.
Yeah, that's not.
No, Markiplier makes sense because he's got 29 point something million, 17 billion views on his channel.
Yeah, Markiplier makes nonsense.
He's earned it.
Yep, I was about to say he owned it too.
Yeah.
Ways that we can
Hold
help
on.
it. A unique position to be able to discuss ways that we can make it better, ways that we can help it, and hopefully, in the end, do what we all want: is to see good movies and have fun watching them. And
The ironic part is that he says all of this, like, how we can make these movies better and see good movies. He says that as if writers and directors are actually watching this. Like he just was talking for 16 minutes and achieved absolutely nothing.
Can you rewind a bit? Because I think I was about to say something now.
Ways that we can make it better, ways that we can help it, and hopefully, in the end, do what we all want: is to see good movies and have fun watching them.
Oh, okay, that's what. Okay, I wanted to have fun watching Ant-Man 3 Quantumania, but you know what? It was a piece of dog poo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Zaneypoo.
You know what makes me so mad about Quantumania? Why do they put their masks on and off every 30 seconds? Keep it on and off, please.
I don't know.
Please. Stop.
That's another thing that ticked me off on it too, with that film too.
Like,
and I know we talked about in the other podcast.
Yeah. Can they keep their nanotech helmets, which they shouldn't even have? Can they keep their nanotech helmets on for 1 minute, please, rather than taking disabling them like every 20 seconds? I swear.
No,
it made me so mad.
I don't know, but it's weird because he's like, I'm in the position to tell you guys how we can fix this place.
Yeah,
and
what position do you think you're in? You're a mid-scale YouTuber, and you're pushing 40, and you're literally not achieving nothing with these videos. You're just giving free clickbait to people, to the actual audience, rather than you, who I bet isn't even like this guy is making me so mad.
Mm-hmm.
And feel inspired. That's what we all want, right? We want to see good movies. So thank you, as always, for watching, guys. Look forward to more videos very soon. I've got another feature presentation video coming out this Sunday. I'm very excited about it. It's definitely not a fun movie, but it is an excellent movie called Grave of the Fireflies.
So
wait, hold up. Rewind like 10 seconds, please. Rewind, please.
I've got another feature presentation video coming out this Sunday. I'm very excited about it. It's definitely not a fun movie, but it is an excellent movie called Grave of the
What? He said it's not a fun movie, but it's an excellent
movie.
movie.
I get it. I think I understand. Like, Dune's not fun, but it's good.
Yeah.
I can probably let that slide.
Yeah, maybe. Kinda.
Celebrate it.
Fireflies. If you've never seen it, it's a really tough watch, but it's an absolutely monumental achievement.
Well, explain it, because you sound like you don't like it. I think.
Yeah, like.
I
think what he's saying is like maybe it's really heartbreaking.
Watch.
Maybe it's heartbreaking and sad or something. I don't know.
What clarify tough watch? Like,
I think it's because it's like you could say like it's heartbreaking or like it's a really sad movie.
Yeah, I don't even know. Okay.
That I have been wanting to talk about for many years. Guys, thank you so much. As always, look forward to more videos very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.
We sure did get Stuckmanized. I feel violated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
All right. We're just gonna talk about this real quick. So James Gunn released a photo of the new Superman logo. I think it's cool.
Oh god, and the guy who's playing Superman. Oh my god.
Oh, what are your thoughts on it?
I think the new cast is awful. I think they should just like rethink everything.
I'm gonna be honest. Anthony Kerrigan is like the last person I would have thought of for playing. Who was it? Something. I wouldn't have thought about.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe him, but like,
I like Anthony Kerrigan. He's a good actor, in my opinion. I think he's a good actor. Like a great act. It's just I don't know. It's just interesting. I think. So I know him the best from Gotham.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember if you guys have watched Gotham at all.
No.
I haven't.
Yeah, so he played Victor Zsasz in Gotham, which great casting for Victor Zsasz in my opinion.
That's my NoHo Hank.
But the guy
No,
who they
Hank.
like, the guy who they have playing Superman, Dave whatever
Corn syrup.
Corn syrup. Like he doesn't fit the role at all. In my opinion, he looks too thin.
Yeah,
he's too thin.
He looks like
okay. Oh wait, we got a comment from Tristan. He said, "Yo guys, oh my gosh, yo guys, sorry I'm not on the live today. Today it's just been very busy.
That's okay.
Man.
No problem.
That's all right. You guys want to know what other casting I'm confused by is Nicholas Hoult as Magneto. I don't see it.
Why? And why Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner? Why?
yeah, that's
Nathan Fillion.
How do you guys feel about the Lex Luthor cast? I don't know. Not too happy with that one.
Nope.
I
don't understand.
Nope.
Excuse me.
I know.
He's also too young. He's too young.
Yeah.
All right, he's too young. And who is playing Lois Lane? Who are you?
Rachel Brosnahan. I don't know.
Oh
God, dude, I'm sorry. She should not be playing Lois Lane. She should not be playing Lois Lane.
As long as Lois Lane has black hair and whatever, it'll work.
I just don't like it.
At least it's better than Amy Adams. Like, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Amy
Adams.
No, honestly, I was fine with Amy Adams as Lois.
You don't sound convinced.
It was like it's very mixed feelings, but it's been a lot worse.
Nice.
All right, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say, thank you for a wonderful, amazing stream. This was fantastic. Another episode in the can. It was fantastic. We had it on ass. Zane, thank you for showing up. You're awesome.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you to the host, for the co-host, David, Creepy and the Pig, and I know he left, but Donovan as well.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Donovan. RP Donovan.
He ripped with the drip.
Anyone have some exciting projects that they're working on, or do you want to plug in your socials?
I've thought about some video ideas. Not any to spoil now, but I'm trying to think of something, but it's hard with
dude, you're gonna have to share that YouTube with me.
Share that YouTube with me.
Sure, it's that you should
I'll share some old YouTubes with you.
You should send me the link to that little channel of yours.
We need to watch Alien Assassin and critique it.
Yeah.
What is Alien Assassin?
Oh, you are in for a treat, my friend.
I gotta look up Alien Assassin.
Don't look it up right now. No, you won't find it. You won't find it out in the open. I'll just send it to you privately. Hold on. Let's do the outro first, and then I'll show you guys.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we got a review Alien Assassin. And by the way, thank you to Donovan who brought that up. And
thanks, Donovan. Thank you so much.
Oh my god.
We will critique it. It'll be amazing.
I got some things I want to say before we close out. Right. So on my community tab on YouTube, I mentioned that the videos that I'll be uploading will be every Friday. So it's gonna be one video every Friday. Sometimes two. It depends on how I feel. Most of the time, it'll just be one video.
Do you have like one planned for next week?
Actually, I have two that's gonna be coming out next Friday. One of them is Well, one of them is long overdue. It's a Reagan video, and the other one is a redo of a video that I already did, but I wanted to, I wasn't really satisfied with that video.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to it.
For me, obviously YouTube is x-zaneypoo-x. You can find all my other stuff on the links there. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but that's because I'm putting big plans in, planning different series and stuff, long-term planning, long-term mapping out. No, it's also hard though. High school doesn't make YouTube any easier, so working on grades and stuff is also a big thing. So during the school year, it's hard to focus on YouTube. Multiple series will be starting soon. Just patience. Lately, like in the last few months, it's just been a lot of more dry humor of reacting and stuff. And while they do get like plenty of views and I'm happy with them, bigger things are in store. But x-zaneypoo-x, and you can find everything else there. My Discord, my Twitch, my merch, my website, all that, my podcast, it's all there. Go to my YouTube, x-zaneypoo-x. And yeah.
Another thing I want to add too is because we're getting very close. We're getting very close to that 10th episode, you guys. So I'm thinking of doing something in honor of that.
What episode are we on?
We're on episode 8.
8. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, we're very close to the very close to 10.
Yeah.
Do you know if is it going to be like a season kind of thing where it'll be like 10th episode will be like end of season 1, or is it just going to be like a continuous thing?
I don't know, because I wanted to do season 2 in the summer, so
yeah, okay.
I don't really know. I did know that I had to change a few of the podcast episodes around,
Yeah.
Because the 6th episode where you and Tristan were in, that wasn't really planned, but I'm like, we just had so much fun with the episode prior talking about Deadpool.
That was a fun episode.
And Donovan couldn't make it, unfortunately, for that episode. And then I was like, why not? Why can't we just do it Saturday? I felt bad that Donovan couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Tristan next to MCU. Maybe he has some thoughts about Deadpool. And then it was a miracle, and like I said in the podcast stream, a podcast episode that you were in, like you showed up at the last minute, but I thank you, man. Yeah. Because I know it was a last minute thing.
Yeah. And I completely plan to keep releasing podcast episodes, but again, with podcasts, it's hard to plan and come up with this. It's a lot of writing, a lot of script writing. It takes time. Because when it's just me by myself, I usually have like a whole script, and to cover the topic and to get the whole script down, it takes a lot of time. I was going to do a flash review, and that got postponed due to personal dilemmas at the time. I had some like personal stuff going on, so I never was able to do the flash review. But yeah, I had quite a few reviews that were going to happen. I had like a whole Black Adam thing like all done, and then like that was, I don't remember what happened, but like that was my YouTube like account got like put on got shut down for like a day or two.
Dang.
And I wasn't able to upload the Black Adam thing. It was a whole thing. I had a lot of reviews that I was going to upload, but never got to because of either technical difficulties or personal difficulties. Yeah, and I completely plan, if he's down for it, to do another podcast episode with Ty on my podcast.
I'm down with it.
And maybe even David.
Anytime.
Maybe even David. That's
that would be interesting.
And maybe even David. He's growing on me a little bit.
Maybe even a pig who is ender and creepy.
Ooh.
Maybe even
Oh.
maybe even a little Donovan too.
Maybe
Donovan.
Maybe.
Maybe movie talk, because I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, movie. We need to get movie talk on this podcast eventually.
Yes.
It's like, man.
But trust me, the game pub has big plans.
Awesome.
Big plans. It's just.
Yep. Oh, by the way, speaking of, this is another problem that I want to mention. This is another thing I want to mention regarding the podcast series. Movies and Beyond is doing so good right now, guys. They're doing it's doing very good, especially on the podcast platforms. Let me check it out, because if you guys don't know, we are on Spotify, Apple. I keep saying Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. I don't know who uses that, but it's there if you guys want to check it out.
Okay.
And Amazon Music.
Nice.
And also, you can listen to us. I know David in Movie Talk told me this as well. Since YouTube gave us an option to create the podcast on our YouTube channels, you can just listen to the audio on YouTube Music.
Nice.
So generally, you can watch us on that. Well.
And you're already at 77 subs, and this podcast has only been on for
less than 2 months.
Yeah,
less than
growing very fast. Yeah. January 14th. So you got doing great, going uphill a lot.
Absolutely, totally. And I want everyone. I encourage everyone to listen to the podcast on Spotify. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. If you guys, I don't know who listens to iHeartRadio.
All you are iHeartRadio people. Oh, that's a dying breed. I don't even know people on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, iHeartRadio.
Oh, dang.
Dang. We'll have some weirdos listen to.
That's all right. I do plan on getting more guests on the podcast. I'm hoping that Zane will be the recurring guest.
Of course,
Zane is.
I love being on this podcast because I love being with you guys. It's very fun. My schedule's a lot more open now, so I'll be able to join a lot more.
That's good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
nice, and hopefully
expect me to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully Tristan becomes a recurring guest. He was supposed to be on here today, but he was busy, which is understandable.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll get movie talk in here. I do plan on getting one of my friends in here for the following episode, which will be about the Oscars.
Nice.
That should be interesting.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm hoping Caleb can still be a part of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Another friend of mine he's one of my best friends. I'm not gonna spoil what the podcast is. It has a little bit to do with Kung Fu. All right, we're gonna wrap this up right now. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yep.
Like I said, I got some interesting videos in the books and the podcast. I got some interesting things coming. So yeah, until then, guys, that's all I'll say. Keep blazing into the beyond.
Watch Beekeeper.
Bye.